Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We're trying something a little bit different today. Mike and I have changed places. I'm at the shop. He's he's at home. You can tell. It's the curtains behind him. He's at home sitting on the sofa. But he didn't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you ladies. So let's see. You have to wait a second. We'll get somebody. I don't see anybody watching. We're early and here they come. Here they come. So, Mike, you were going to talk about emails today.
Yeah, like Sherry told you, I'm sitting at home because I have COVID. Okay, so with that being said, you guys are going to have to be a little bit patient because Mike is not in the shop. Mike's not going to be in the shop. Mike will ship after the shop is closed, and he will go in when nobody's around because Mike is not giving somebody else COVID. I just talked to the doctor and it's 5 days of isolation. So, um, as long as I'm feeling all right, next week I'll be back in the shop. So it's that plain and simple. Uh, now, we're going to talk about emails. Okay. We use Gmail as a method of sending out mass emails to everybody with the digital dealer, with table runners, and things. Okay. So I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but I'm going to share a little information. Hotmail, Live, Outlook, MSN are all Microsoft. Okay. It's not four different companies. It's all the same company. Hotmail is considered their old email platform. Outlook and Live is considered their new email platform. So you're using Outlook and Live platform, just Hotmail is redirected to those platforms. It's an alias, okay? Um, and I don't think this is any surprise to anybody, but uh, Microsoft and Google don't like each other. Okay, why? Bing, Microsoft, Google, they fight. They don't like each other because they're each trying to control everything. I said, okay. Now, I went and signed up for an Outlook account, okay, so that I could test Microsoft's platform. I took and put it in all the digital dealer addresses in. And what's Outlook come back and say? No, you can't do that. There's too many. I'm like, okay. So I then take out all the Gmail accounts. It says, oh, you still got too many. I'm like, well, what in the world? So I'm playing around with it. Microsoft has a limit of 10 people on an email. And if you do a little research, it says in order to control spam, we don't let more than 10 addresses on an email. So, thus, whenever I send out an email with 90 people on it, guess what? Big Brother is controlling it. Big Brother's throwing it in the trash can because he thinks that he knows what you're supposed to get. It's not Mike. It's not Sherry. It's not A&A White. It is Microsoft. Period, point blank, Microsoft.
So, what do
Okay?
we do?
So what do? Get the heck off of Microsoft's email servers and go to a Google email server. They will allow me to send out 90 at one time. Why? Because they're not controlling it. All right? I was going to switch and use Microsoft to send out Hotmail, Live, Outlook emails, but I can't, people. I've got more than 10 of you. I can't do it. I mean, if they're going to do controlling factors like that, there's nothing that I can do to get around it. I'm not sending 45 different freaking emails because these email servers think they know everything best in the world. And it's just Big Brother on that email server thinking he knows what's best. Okay? I can't do anything about it.
Okay, we'll see you
then. And everybody that has an issue, if you had a Gmail, and a Yahoo account, I sent it to you individually as one person. It went through with no problem. So that tells you that it's not the email I'm sending out because I use the same platform. I send it to one person, it goes through. When you're using massive amount of emails, and for some of the classes, we have large classes, okay? So whenever you start running above 10 people in a class, as soon as Microsoft sees that, they start throwing them in the trash can. They don't even give it to you to say it's spam. They don't put it in a junk. They don't put it any place. They literally throw it away before you can even see it because they're like, well, we're going to filter it. We know what you're supposed to get. And that just irritates me beyond being irritated. Okay? Because I used to work at a large financial institution and we used to call it AOL hell because they would
Calm
drop
down.
stuff on us all the time and then deny it. So I'm back into the same category with Microsoft. He thinks Bill Gates knows everything in the world and he wants to control everything. So there's nothing Mike can do. Big Brother out there knows best. Big Brother is doing it. And yes, you know, I'm on my soapbox. Okay? And that's what I'm telling you. Okay. I'm going to give you a little update on UPS, the uninterrupted power source. I don't know if you guys saw an update this week from Michigan Power. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against this whatsoever, but their renewable energy power grid is predicting a shortage in power this summer. All right. And they're going to institute a rolling blackout. And you know, in this company, we have all become accustomed to no outages. We're so used to redundancy and switching on backups and everything. Rolling blackouts is not something we're used to. Other countries, this is not an issue. But in this country, we have become very accustomed and very used to everything is redundant, everything is backed up, everything runs 24/7. Okay? Well, they have discovered, they're predicting that they're going to have a power shortage. Okay? That's why I was talking to you guys last week about uninterrupted power sources, a UPS device. Because if you're on sewing and this happens to you, this is a way to keep you from having a power spike, a power outage on your sewing machine, and you shutting down gracefully. Okay? So if the power companies are starting to say they're going to do rolling blackouts, there's no way for you guys to know how to predict this. So the best thing for you to do is to protect yourself. And that's why I was telling you, it's not an expensive for you to do it. It's just a safety device to keep you from having a problem. I just don't like seeing somebody surprised. I don't like seeing somebody cut off, having an issue with their machines. It's just, it's going to become a fact of life, guys, that we're going to see things happen. And as long as you're prepared for it, you're not going to have problems. And that's the easiest way for you to prepare and not have problems.
Mike, Carol Cosenza is asking, what do you recommend? You were talking a little bit about the UPS.
There's two main ones out there running around. Okay, there's a Cyber Power UPS gets very good ratings, and there's an APC um, power source. Okay, those are the two main ones. I would, with your machines, I would go to a 625 or larger. A 625 is a size that they're pretty commonly used. Um, they're about $50. Okay, they're not expensive, guys. Um, what you do is if you've got two sewing machines, they typically have about four plugins. No, I mean, there's about 8 plugins on the back of these things. Okay, 4 of them will be battery pack backup and surge protected. The other 4 will be surge protected only. Obviously, you want to plug your sewing machine into the battery backup surge protect side of the machine. Um, if you have other things like a printer or a TV, and it's like, so what? Power goes out, it goes off. Okay. But if the power goes spikes, it's protected that you don't get a spike onto those devices and you blow them up. Do you necessarily have to have them so that they don't shut off? That's not so much. Okay. If you're using a laptop, you've got a battery in it anyhow. Okay, so do you really need it on the battery backup side? No, you can plug it into the surge protect side and protect it against a surge. Um, so those are just managing your ports and utilizing the device to its capabilities.
Yeah, we had a question here, or Birdie says she unplugs her machine if a severe storm is predicted. Yeah, that's a great idea, but there's sometimes, like Mike said, if there's power spikes or surges or different things like that, you don't know. It's not like a storm's coming, so
Yeah.
it's still just it's good to have you guys. Your machines, I think any machine that you have spent over $1,000 for, right? I mean, that's just even some of the smaller ones. It's still a good idea, you know, to have
I'll be honest with you guys. If you blow a screen on the a
electronic
Solaris,
machines. Okay.
if you blow the screen on a Solaris, you're going to probably spend over $1,000 just to replace the damn screen. So, 50 bucks or a
$50.
thousand
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me which one you want to spend. I don't care.
Yeah. We're not we're just trying. This is our public service announcement. And Bertie uses surge protectors too. Yes. This is our public service announcement. We don't sell surge protectors. We don't sell them. We're just trying to find things to be able to help everybody. That's all.
And I'll tell you, honestly, Sherry's Sewing Room has one. Sherry's Studio has one. The store has one. Uh, does my router coming in have one? Yes. Why? I don't want to blow them up. Okay. Um, it's just an insurance policy that I use to save our devices.
Who wants the downtime? Even if you get an insurance claim, who wants to be down? I don't. When I want to sew, I want to be able to sew. Maria Rodriguez, she says thank you. So let's everybody wish Mike well and keep me healthy away from him and for the next
Yeah,
few
we
days.
segment. We go to different sides, and it's like you're on the cootie side. Go over there. Stay away from me.
He's got cooties. We've got a line drawn down the middle of the house. Here's your half. Here's my half. No, it's all good. It's all good. Your stuff will still be shipped out. I'm doing the best to fill up and do his work and mine. Um, so we will get through and we don't have to close the doors. So it's all good. And Maria, you need to let me know, and you can let me know when we're in class this afternoon on Saturday. And if there's anyone else that needed to come to the shop or wants to come to the shop Saturday afternoon, I just need to know and I'll make arrangements to be here for a couple hours. As long as I know you're coming, because I have too many things to do to just sit around doing nothing. Any other questions, calls, concerns, or shall we let Mike go so he can get back to resting?
Doing nothing. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, and he's gone. All right, ladies. Let me see if I can. Yeah, we'll give him some love. Give Mike some love. Let me see if I can take. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, I want to show you afternoon, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Um, yeah, would be fine. I'll be happy to slip up here for you, or whenever you're on your way, like between 12 and 1. You can call the shop and let me know you're coming. Okay, I want to show you. I did this last night so I could show it to you. The our dealer digital exclusive for next month. I'm sitting here waiting for the towels. They're supposed to be coming today, so I can get your kits all put together. Um, Good news or surprise. How about that? A little surprise. Here's, if you want to see, look at that. It did that not turn out adorable? I am so pleased with it. You are going to get a pack of 2 towels and enough fabric that you're going to be able to make both of these. You're going to be able to make 2 because you've got a big enough piece of fabric. Let's see, 7 by whatever it was I cut it. There was enough, I think there's enough in there to do 2 of them. You're going to get a dotted towel and a striped towel. Then what I'm doing, something a little bit different this time, is you're going to get 4, 1, 2, 3, I think 4, 2.5-inch strips or 2-inch strips of the new Radiant or Gradient. So you get a chance to play around with those fabrics a little bit. So instead of just cutting out what you need in it, I'm going to send you a whole strip and you can kind of pick and play. So if look closely, these came out of the Gradients. So it was kind of fun to play around with. You can make this design in a straight applique, but to make sure you don't do that, I'm sending pieces that are smaller. Yep. We're going to have some fun. It's like a collage. You cut little pieces of the fabric and you put it on, and then we stitch on top of it. It's really cute. Doesn't take that long to stitch, but it is a fun process. And then there's also a little bonus design in there. Yeah, there's a little bonus heart that you can practice on. So you're going to have a little bonus heart design in there. So I was playing around and looking at that last night, and I wanted to stitch out so I could make sure I had the right fabrics for you. So I did that before I went to bed. All righty. So let me see. What do I have here? Oh, let's see. Oh, we did get new chenille brushes in. They'll be back up on the website when Mike comes in tonight to put them on. But they're only like $4, but then they look like a toothbrush, but they're not. They're stiffer. So we got some new chenille brushes just came in the door. And our new design and quilt software came in. Oh, yes. I can't wait to take the one home with me to practice. I get to see the store copy and open it up and see how it works so I can show you, and maybe we can even teach and have some fun classes. So it's set up. So here's the little flyer. It is the most powerful and easy to use quilting software ever made. It is design and quilt with Quilter Select and Alex Anderson, along with Embellish and R&K. And if you have any of their software, you know how easy it is to use. The MSRP is $7.99 on the software, but I think I told you we had it on sale for our anniversary. I'll have to go back and look. But if you are interested, I got a couple copies in. As soon as I get to open it and play with it a little bit, I'll be able to show you. But you'll be able to design quilts like Alex Anderson. You can even, if you want to go out, I put a video on our Facebook page, or you can even go out there and check it out and see if it's something that that you're interested in. It won't be for everybody, but it does allow you. Um, some of the things is you can you can create your own quilting designs. Yeah. So if you like to play around with software, you can do your quilts as well as the quilting designs, and the designs you can make in there work on your long arm. I do have a long arm in the back, so that's why I want to figure all of this out. So just sharing that with you. Our I don't know if it's our next one. May, let me see. I don't want to lie to you. Do I have one in June? No. Star Spangled Celebration, we didn't do. July, we have Sugar Plum Jubilee, which is a spark event, a little short spark event. And then we have Kimber Bell's Harvest Table Runner, and that is this one right here. You're going to get the linen napkins and the linen table runner. And look at all of those pieces. See those rings up there and that ribbon? You're going to be making your own napkin rings. So we're going to be making napkin rings in the class as well. So this is a one day. We're going to be busy all day long. If you're interested, go ahead and get signed up. You have two different choices in your embroidery designs. You have more sentimental and then more snarky. So some of us are snarky, and you'll be able to choose which one that you want. And actually in July, we have three Kimberbell events in July, but because it is Christmas in July, we're going to do Winter Wonderland. So if you haven't done that before, you can take a look at the pictures on our website and be able to sign up. If you were on Kim's session this morning about everything, all the new stuff on her live, you would see that she was walking around the Cup of Cheer quilt and going through the days and what each one of the days on the and the little pockets and the little things that you get to put in each day. She was going over that, and you could get a really close up, good look of that program. June, it's coming out next month, which is just about a week away. And I think the end of the month is when the fabric kits are going to be released. So what we're going to do is in July, Wednesday afternoons, probably starting the middle of the month, because I have to make sure that we've got the fabric kits that we can get them sent out. If they come back in, earlier, we'll do it. But in Wednesday afternoons in July and August, for a couple hours, we're going to meet and we're going to work on the quilt together. That way, if you have questions, you can bring them. I'll be happy to answer. And how do you get in the class? You order the product from us. You don't have to register for the class right now because I don't have it confirmed. Once I know that the fabric's coming, I will confirm the date and automatically put you in the class. So if you have bought, the designs, the embellishments, and or the fabric, we'll put you in. You'll get to sew along with us and have a good time, Zoom, and like I said, be able to keep you motivated to work on it. It's a pretty big quilt, pretty big. More embellishments. Yes, Danielle, if it looks like, I will check that. Thank you. We're not going to run out. The only thing I run out of are the fabric kits, because fabric kits come from a different vendor. They're not Kimberbell. Kim designed the fabric, but they come packaged from a different vendor, and I have to pre-order. And once I've given them my pre-order, it's hard, that's what they base their orders on. It's hard to get more. But the embellishments and the designs come from Kimberbell. That's where we order them from. And if it looks like we don't have enough, we just up the quantities, and I can order more. They're going to have plenty of them. So Danielle, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. I will check on it. So give me a little bit of time. It may, You may have to wait till tomorrow. But I'll get with Mike. We'll change that inventory so you can order it. So we're going to be doing that. Then, okay, so we've got lots of quilts, lots of projects. We're going to be doing this starting in August is our a new block of the month. And you're going to have all the fabrics up front. It's, I think, is it 10 or 12? They're 16-inch blocks. If you're a confident beginner, so you don't have to be a master sewer, this will be a quilt class for you. You don't have to have any, it's quilting sewing. It is not embroidery on an embroidery machine, although once we get it put together, we can certainly quilt it on our machines. We're going to be doing that one. This is going to be a fun project that we're throwing in. For those of you, I've got a limited number of these kits that I'm putting together. It is called the Alternative Age, but I call it the Wild Wild West quilt because it reminds me of the Wild Wild West. The final quilt for the block of the month. This one, and the final size doesn't have to be the final size. If you want it bigger, you make it bigger by adding more borders. Okay, so it's 16-inch blocks. The finish size on it is 55 by 71. So it's easy to make it bigger. The fabrics that we're using are, what do they call them? The low-cal and the, there's some new ones. We will have some jots in there. We like those jots, the dots on dots. And, oops, hold on. Oof. Hold on. I can show it to you. Oh, yeah. Okay, so these are the different fabrics. We're going to have jots, and that's in blue, purple, and a lavender. And then what they call the chameleon. Look at those, the chameleon colors. So that's going to be the chameleon colors, and then what they call the lower the volume. And what lower the volume is a not quite a tone on tone, because this is like a white with a star, and then down here's white with a little gray flower, and then like a little splash of pink, or a lower. So it just has little itty bitty splashes of color. And then I think I ordered this one too for the backing. You don't have to buy that for the backing. You can put any back on it you want, but we'll have that as part of it. So that is going to be a fun quilt. So I already have my math done. I just have to get that out there for you. And let's see, that and cup of cheer. I do have my base beginning sewing. So we are going to do beginning sewing. And I've got a little something I might throw in. We're going to be making a cute little apron, and yeah, maybe you have a bunch of aprons, but we're going to be doing this in July. It's a good, it's not this specific fabric, it's this style. There's two. It's an under apron, over apron, kind of like an under over skirt. Pockets, the little thingy up here at the top. And then after that one, I'm over here at the shop. You guys can see that. That means I've had to bring everything with me. And then in August, we're going to make these really cute little garden baskets. So I grabbed some sewing fabric to make them. The apron, I think, would be great to learn how to make, and then maybe make one for fall, one for Christmas. Great gifts. So all along, looking at that. So how is everybody doing on your UFOs? I think Dwani's getting close to her number 30 that she committed to. That one I can remember because it was such a big number. The contest is, well, not just the contest, but the challenge is just UFOs. How many do you have? How many are you going to finish? And how many do you finish? It's kind of an on your honor system, but by posting your pictures out on our friends page, we all get to encourage each other. So we'll follow up with that next week. Let's see, Tuesday. So we're going to have Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend, and then we'll be here on Tuesday. And the other contest, of course, is count the items. Keep sending your lists to me. Just email them to what is it, AA White, or is it White Sewing Center at Gmail? I don't know. Just keep emailing them to me. I've got a list, and I will keep up with that list, and we will have winners. You can't win if you don't play. It is worth it for everybody to play, and I've got some more challenges coming in the future. The 3 that I committed to and now working on recent UFOs. Fantastic, because if you commit to 3, you finish 3, everything else is an added bonus. And that's what we want to know. Just, I don't know about you guys, but I like to be held accountable, because if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if I kind of renege and think, oh, I don't want to bother, well, I told somebody I was going to do it. So it just gives you that added that you got to get it done. Okay. And the prize is, if, all right, Danielle's got 2 of 5. Fantastic. I guess you'll be sewing this weekend. And if you fall short, it's okay. Grace, mercy, and forgiveness. It's okay. The world's not going to end if you don't get them finished. But it's just fun to, we can drag it on into next month if we need to. So with that being said, I don't know if anybody's got any comments, questions, or concerns. If so, go ahead. I'll give you a minute to type them in. And then I am going to I had 7 working on the last one. It won't be done because it needs quilted. Well, that's okay. Guess what? You can quilt it next month. Yeah, Dwani is the queen. We always have to have an overachiever. And we're all going to root her on. That's awesome. I think she's getting close. She's getting close. So, but don't think because Dwani said she's going to get 20, 30, and I only said 3 that I'm not going to win. No, that's not the way this one works. So stay tuned for the prizes. Tomorrow is Thursday. I will be in the studio because we are making our what are we doing tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's the Janine Babbage Simply wall hanging. Oh my gosh. I will share the picture, share it with you at 1 o'clock. It is turning out nothing like the picture on the package. I did it totally different, and that's the way the kits were. Mike was totally impressed. So that's what we're going to be working on tomorrow. This afternoon at 3:15, we're going to be making our little Miss Bunnies. If you missed out on that or you saw the projects yesterday, it's not too late to get your bag of goodies and the videos and everything pretty much that you need but the thread to make those 5 adorable projects and be able to make multiples. So we're heading to West Virginia to a graduation. Okay, Joyce, you go ahead and have safe travels. Because this is a holiday weekend, so if you're out there traveling or getting out early, just be safe. Everybody be safe and come back and have a good time. And like I said, we'll be here Thursday, we'll be here Friday, and it looks like I'll be up here at the shop for a while on Saturday afternoon. So if you need anything, call and let me know you're coming. Okay? Whew. All right, I'm going to sign off, finish what I need to do here. I'll be here till 3, then off to the studio, because if you're in my spring break, ladies, I sent an email. We're meeting at 3:15 today because I'm covering for Big Mike. I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock.